Good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live Monday evenings to bring you a new card, and I am bringing you a new card from the new catalog. Our new catalog goes live to everybody May 6th, I think it is, 4th or 6th, something like that. Anyways, so I hope everyone had a great weekend. Good evening, Mom. Thank you for joining. And I hope everyone had a great weekend and a great day today. I had a great weekend. I started out last week, Thursday and Friday and Saturday. I went to crafting retreat again. So my upline has them 2 weekends in a row. So I got to craft all kinds of things. I made a whole bunch of thank you cards. Like I was saying last week, I was making a bunch of thank you cards and I made some more. So I think I made, oh my goodness, I did sets of two. So I probably made like 6 or 7 sets of two cards. So I made all kinds of different variations of them using some current papers and some not current papers because no one else will know that it's current papers when I give them out. I think they turned out really cute. I was very, very pleased with how they turned out. Then I made this amazing birthday card for my sister-in-law, gave that to her Sunday, and I think I will. She asked if I did a live on it, and I'm like, you know what? I did not, but I think I'm going to. And I'm going to do a different version of it. She loves butterflies and absolutely loved the card. I've never done the technique before, but since I've learned how to do it, I think I'm going to do the technique and I will do a live on it and do a different paper. She loves blues, so I challenged myself to do some blues and blue paper, and it turned out amazing. But I think I'm going to pick pinks because I know someone else who likes butterflies and pink. So, and her birthday is coming up in May. So I'm going to do pinks. So anyway, I'm going to do another one because that was really fun and it challenged me and I really liked it. But I'm going to do a live on it and show how to make that one. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that and really had a lot of fun with that. And so yesterday we played bingo all day. And that was amazing. That was another family day that we had. And that was so much fun. And I really, really enjoyed doing that. That was a lot of fun. We just spent all day playing bingo and played a little bit of slots and mostly bingo. But that was really fun. Got home really late, really tired. Thought I had to run all the kids around today. I thought it was my roundup of the grandkids. I get there and she's like, no, the principal changed it. It's next Monday. So I was like, okay, whatever. So my poor daughter, she gets so irritated when she gets everything all planned out because she knows she has to plan for a sitter and then her principal changes everything on her. So she just gets so annoyed with her when she does that. No worries. Anyway, I don't have to go until like 2:00-ish. So, I mean, it's not that great of a deal. I don't have anything going. And so we will, I drop off my granddaughter. I'm home at 8:30. So I have all the way from 8:30 to 2:00 free time. So, it's not that big a deal, but poor thing. So anyway, so I had today to kind of get my bearing for today's live, although I had already pre-done almost everything while I was at retreat, getting everything prepped because I had suspected that it was on my calendar to do the roundup of the kids. But I was trying to also put all my retreat stuff away because I hadn't had time. Did not get all of it put away. That's my goal this week is get all my stuff put away and cleaned up and everything. But anyway, so what I picked to do a card on was this beautiful suite, and it is called, it's called Florals in Bloom Suite Collection. And this suite, you get 2 Yes, you're right. We don't get like all the family together too much, Mom. And it's so nice to get everybody together and just have such a good time. So I'm looking forward to this Sunday because now we'll get to have all the grandkids and all the kiddos together for Sunday for Easter. So that I'm looking forward to that. So yes. So in this sweet collection, you get 2 stamp sets and dies. And let me do this because you don't need to be looking at me here. It's lagging in time, I can see for some reason, or I didn't do it right. Hello, there we go. So you get 2 stamp sets, and one of them is all the flowers. And you get in the dies, it'll cut out these flowers. And then you get the other stamp set, and the dies will cut out this lovely and this bloom. Oh my goodness, it's so fun. What I liked about this set was the lovely and the bloom, and then the stamps that says like lovely day, it's a lovely day, or hello, let joy. You could just do so many other things. You make me smile. I really liked that saying too. Bloom where you're planted. You could do, I don't know, you could just do so many different sayings with this. You can also stamp and then put the lovely on top. So you could do it different ways. I chose to just die cut out the lovely. So but you could do so many. And then you can cut out the flowers also. And I believe the die cuts might cut out some of the flowers in the paper. I haven't tried that yet. And then it comes with this really pretty paper. Here is the paper I used. This is the paper that caught my eye. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. But of course, our paper always comes with 2-sided. And this is the paper that everybody's using together with this flower paper. So it's really amazing. And then it comes with, let's see, here's another color of the paper. This also is really pretty. It's a lot of spring colors to it. And then here, this is also super pretty. And then here's another, this I think will be really pretty to work with. Again, right colors I'm really enjoying. Here's another that'll be fun to work with. So this pack of colors is really nice. Here's one that'll be fun to work with. I think this colors will be fun to work with. Some of these are the new colors and some of them aren't. So some of them we already have. That's really pretty. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, this one's really pretty. Oh my goodness. Here's the purples. There's my colors. And then that's just a green. So let's see, did I get them all? Or is there one more? Oh, I think there's one more. And there might be 2 more in here. Let's see. Oh, this one's really pretty. Look at that. That's really pretty. So this is, oh my goodness, here's that side. That'll be a nice, pretty background paper. So there's some really pretty paper in here. This just like struck me. I don't know why. So our new colors, they're so cute. Let's see if it says on here what colors. I'll see this bubble bath. Cloud cover is one of our new ones. Darling duckling is one. Garden green is not. Granny apple green is not. Peach pie, that's not a new one. Petunia pop is not. Pretty in pink is not. Secret Sea is new. Shamrock, shy shamrock is not. Strawberry, that's new. Summer splash is not. Timid tiger. Oh my goodness, that's the orange. Is that not the cutest name or what? So, and then you get some dots, and I did not use the bling out of that because I didn't know where the bling was. The bling that I used is called Strawberry Slush and Pretty Pink Gems. These are the cutest. And that's because the color that I used is the new color, and it's called Strawberry Slush. It's beautiful. So here is the Strawberry Slush. It is so, It is really, I really like this pink. Also, I like the name Strawberry Slush. Hello. So I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but oh my goodness. So they listened to us. Last annual catalog, it was like hard to find things. They didn't have it cataloged in the back. They didn't have it. So they tried something new. You know, when you do things, you have to try things new. And you have to try it differently. So they set the catalog up a little bit differently. We are all used to it being clustered together. All the dies together, all the stamps together, all the paper together, everything all together. So what they tried to do was kind of, they grouped it a little bit differently. It was not all grouped like that. So last year's catalog was just kind of all over the place. None of us could find anything. So this catalog is back to how we liked it. So all of our dies are together, all the stamp sets are together, all the pens are together, all the papers together. So it's all grouped back to how we're used to it. So this is all set up the way that we're used to it being set up. So we're so excited about that. We must have sent it enough. Us and customers must have sent it enough. Saying, hey, we don't know what it is. Can you please change it? And then they set that up. But it's really a pretty catalog, and it's really on the outside even. So, and it's really pretty on the inside too. And then also we are doing a lot of, sorry, I don't like to say a lot. We are doing a lot of scrapbooking. The word just was not coming. I'm so sorry. Scrapbooking. We purchased not creative memories. That's not the right one. Something to our heart. I'm so sorry. So we incorporated that into our business now fully this year. So we have a lot of that, not necessarily their products, but we kind of combined some of the products that they were doing, and we've kind of collaborated with their team and our team to bring scrapbooking. So the first part of this catalog has got scrapbooking in it. So I should really go back to doing some scrapbooking because some of it is really pretty. But also some of the kits that they have, you can make cards from too. And people are using those pages to make beautiful cards with. And I'm like, oh my goodness, of course you can. And some of the stamp sets coordinate back and forth. You can stamp on your scrapbooking stuff that you can do with your card making. So, oh my goodness, yeah. So that's really nice. Anyways, on to what we're making tonight. I have cut out everything and stamped everything. So I was just wanting to let you know about the new catalog. And we also have a lot of new online exclusives that are coming out the same time that the new catalog is coming out too. Anyways, so here is the card we are going to make because it is so much fun. So this is the card we're going to make. I did not put a bow on it. I did not pop anything up. I let the paper be the card. Probably, had I not been at Retreat and had all my stuff with me, we have a pop-up that's foam, and I could have cut that out and made that a pop-up, and that would have, but this really just made the card its own self. I did a lot of layering, which I like, and then I just put my bling on there, and so it actually is just itself. And then I did on the inside. So I just had this piece left over, and I just also layered that on top of there, and that just makes the inside as well. And of course, don't forget your envelope. So actually, this is really a nice card. It doesn't need any more. And I liked it just kind of, it's simple, easy, fast, and quick. So bam, and you got a nice looking card. So that's what we're gonna make. I got everything all cut out because I was at retreat, so I just did it all so that we didn't have to worry about it. And I stamped everything because I had everything all out, so I did that. And I die cut the lovely like I said, I probably, after I did it, I thought, oh, I could probably put the pop-up on that and make that pop up, but actually I like it like that, so we're okay. It's really a simple card. So we are going to, our base is the new strawberry slush that will be able to purchase May. I believe it's 4th or 5th. And this is your basic size, 8.5 by 5.5, score at 4 1/4. So we will just fold that and get our edges together. And then just score that so that it makes it flat. Like I said, I did a lot of layering, which layering to me makes your card elevated. And I love to layer, so that's what I did, is I just made this layered. And I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm going to do that again, which will just make it lay a little bit flatter. All right, so since I layered this, our first layer on the front is pretty simple. That's our 4 by 5 1/4. So that's going to go on there. And we also have 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. And I just did that with our basic white. So that's pretty simple, pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the outside. Just get that adhered on there. Now my mat makes my cards move around, so I couldn't find my foam thing. It's somewhere, I don't know. I probably used it when I was doing class, so I just brought in this so it wouldn't move around so much. Get that pretty even on there. All right. And I'm going to put this on our envelope so it dries so I can cut that. I did a lot of these envelopes for my cards, my thank you cards. I was like, oh my goodness. So many envelopes. And I did a lot more inside of my cards than I usually do. Usually I leave it white for the inside, but I didn't because I wanted to make sure that they were, yes, layers do highlight it, make it really pretty. All right, so here's another for the inside. So I'm going to do my layers for my inside so that we can get that in there. So what I did was I had leftover from when I was cutting out my lovely of our, sorry, I'm not in there. I had leftover from my, that's how come I did my inside pieces too. So this inside piece is 4 inches this way and it's an inch this way. And then this piece was left over from when I was cutting out the DSP. So I just left it this size. That's why I didn't go all the way across, because it didn't go all the way across. And I didn't want to just leave it like this. I didn't want to just leave it like that. So I decided let's layer on the inside. That's how I got the layering for the inside. So I was like, all right, so this just happened to be 3.5. And then I'm like, oh, and then this is just 3/4. So this is 4 by an inch. And so I was like, okay, so we'll give this a layering effect as well. So that's why I came up with that. Just because I I didn't want just this to be on there. So I just made it a layering effect. So, and that looks kind of nice for the inside too. You don't always have to do something for the inside, but I just thought that will give the inside kind of a finished look as well. And then we can put this on. That was kind of an afterthought when I had my card all together. So it's easier to do this before you had your card all together. But I did do it after and it worked out okay. But it is just a little easier to do it before it's all together. Just to make sure in case you need to move it. You need to trim off the edges because sometimes it doesn't always cut all the way. So yeah. And now we can put this on the inside. Well, I think I'll wait just to make sure. Okay, now we're ready to layer the outside. So here's our outside. And this layering piece, so I call this the layering piece. So this is the outside square layer piece, and it's 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And our DSP, let's see what way, I want to make sure, I don't want my flowers to be upside down. So these are the flowers going, and I may try to cut it that way too, so that my flowers weren't going upside down. So my inside, my square layer on the outside is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So we're ready to put that on. Now I also thought, I could probably pop this up. Here, this is what made me crazy. Smooth that out of the way. Okay, so I also thought I could pop this up. That would also give it some really, in fact, I might do that just to make this card different than my other card and see how that looks. So let's put some dimensionals on this one. So let's dimensional this. I did not put dimensionals on the other one, but let's just see what it looks like. So let's put some dimensionals on this and pop this up. That's what card making is. It's all about playing with it and seeing what you like and how it looks. So let's do that. That's actually how I got the sizes, because all my templates for my cards were left here. I left them here. So and I couldn't find any sizes online, so I had to figure it all out. So this is how I got the sizes. So I needed it to be up here because of the lovely is so big, and I might just do a little bit different too. All right, so I was trying to highlight the paper, and I realized you can just put this here because you can still see it. You can still read the lovely. So you can put this, have a lovely day. So, but I liked having part of it on here and part of it on here. And I liked having this here, but I think I'm going to put dimensionals on this and this as well. So I think I'm going to put dimensional on this and this. So, which I did not do before, but again, I'm going to put dimensionals on this. So, those barely fit on there. And okay. And one I think will fit on there. And this barely fits on there, but I think I like that better. So let's put this on. And I use tweezers to hold it and put little bits of glue. And I put the tweezers where I knew I wasn't really going to put any glue. So I really used glue sparingly. I'm going to show you. So I just put, hopefully I'm in the camera, like little, okay, you're not cooperating? Of course. Like this little glue spots, basically. And I want some glue that's going to hold this part here. And just like little glue spots. And then I need glue spots here. And I need glue spot here because that's going to come up. And I didn't put glue all the way down here, but that'll be fine. It'll stick on there. And then I used this again, and I used the tweezers to stick it down. And I really liked, I'm going to do mostly on, see it could go on here. I know dimensionals are my favorite. It just gives it depth too. I'm going to put more of it on here this time. And then I took that off. And see, it does stick on here, so it's okay. And this time I'm going to put my dimensionals on here and have a lovely day. Yeah, I do like the dimensionals a lot better. See? Day. Okay. And now we have to put our bling. And I think that this bling is so pretty. I really like this bling. So I did one. I'm going to put one down here. And I did do a little one with this other one, but I'm going to do a dark one. There. And then let's trim for our envelope. I'm not cutting straight today. And let's put the inside. I like that. I should have probably put. All right. That really dresses the inside up too. Putting that little bit of layers on there. You can also layer your card inside you, so you can have a white and then a pink or another color. You can layer all kinds of colors on the inside too. That just, sometimes you have to be careful because that will add to the postage. So I knew that my thank you cards, I wasn't mailing them. So I did do a little bit more to the insides of them because I knew I wasn't mailing them. But see, that just really adds to the inside, I think. That just gives it that little bit more to the inside. And I like the dimension a little bit better. So either one, though, they still are very nice. Both of them, I think, are still really nice. But those are your cards. I still think they're pretty. I really like them. I like this new, excuse me, I think this strawberry slush is really pretty. I think that it's going to be a really pretty color to work with. But you could have, I didn't have these other colors with me. I'd brought in the strawberry slush, but I could have done the Timid Tiger. That would have been pretty. Or this really pretty green too. I didn't have this other green with me because I also had that in my head was the green. The green would have been pretty too. So whichever color you pick will pull from the card. It's just whatever color you pick that you pull there will come from. Is the color that you will see, but it's really pretty. So there's your cards for tonight. Thank you so much for joining. Again, if you need something, feel free to reach out to me and I can help you out. I can't wait till the new catalog actually comes live. I'm getting more orders. I'm going to place another order because there's some other stuff in there that I'm wanting to get before we actually go live, because I know that it's going to go away. We can't pre-order everything, which I wish we could, because there's some stuff that once the catalog goes live, it is going to sell out fast. But and we have limits. So even though we can pre-order, we have limits. Like paper is a limit of 2. So we can only order 2 packs of paper. So we can't order like 5 of everything. So, not that I would want to, but there's people that do because they have a bigger business. But yeah, so we only have limits of things can order. But anyways, so reach out to me if you need something. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday evening. You guys have a great week, and I will see you. Well, have a happy Easter. Enjoy your Easter. Hopefully you're spending it with family and enjoying the weather and enjoying your Easter. And happy Easter. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.